Listen, writing a book is not for the faint of heart. It's a big undertaking. That's why authors are so respected. And especially when you're a business person, you're a content creator, you're a professional, even a spiritual leader. When you've written a book, so many opportunities come to you as a result. So do not feel ashamed if you started writing a book and at some point in time got frustrated and abandoned it. It's okay. This video is for you because in it, I'm going to share 3 really powerful tips to help you move from frustrated to finished first draft. Welcome to Writing with Denise Renee. You are in the right place to learn how to write a book that connects you to your ideal audience, your future clients, collaborators, and other brand building opportunities. If this is your vibe, then you've got to subscribe. Now, let's get right into this video's topic. You know what, y'all? I don't think I introduced myself in the last video. What's up, writers? My name is Denise Renee. I am your favorite book writing coach on the internet, okay? Favorite. And just a little note, I'm recording this when I have recently just gotten over the laryngitis, honey, the laryngitis. And I am giving out all of the thanks and all of the glory for bringing me some semblance of my voice back. So if I sound a little husky or a little bit different than I normally do, that is the reason why. But enough about me, baby. Let's get on into these 3 steps so that you can step into your power and in your purpose. And we're going to pick up what we dropped off and we're going to get to the finish line together. All right? All right. So the very first thing that I want you to do is sit with yourself, okay? Sit with this question I'm about to ask. You ready? Why do you want to write this book? I need you to reconnect with your why. Think about why you want to share your story or share your knowledge and expertise. Who are you trying to help? Who do you want to reach? What will your book help people do, accomplish, or feel once they finish reading it? How is that book going to impact their life? All right. Before we get to how it's going to impact our life and our business and our bank account, let's first focus on how is it going to help the reader? Because if it's not going to help the reader, they ain't going to buy it. All right. And those who do buy it and read it will not recommend it. So if it's not helpful to your reader, then baby, don't write this book. Okay. But if you know you've got a real purpose in writing this book and you have a real heart, and you have a real great intention for writing this book, then reconnect with that. Remind yourself why you're doing this. Sometimes when we think outside of ourselves, it kind of helps spurs us on to action. Now, I know for me, I definitely have been that person where sometimes I look at the promises I make to myself and I'm like, meh. But if I've promised something to someone else, I'm like, oh my God, I can't let them down. I've got to do this thing for them because I gave my word and I don't want them to think that, I'm slacking or that I don't care or anything like that. Maybe when you think about not wanting to disappoint people and you really want to uplift people in whatever it is that you do, it kind of helps get you motivated. All right. Reconnect with that thought and that heart and that intention. Or maybe, just maybe, child, maybe the biggest reason that you want to write this book is that you're tired of breaking promises to yourself. I know I am. I wrote an entire book, okay, in 2020. I'm talking, had the book cover graphics and all done, paid for. And I still didn't publish the book. Where they do that at? Right here, apparently. If you want to know a little bit more of the story behind that, where in the world my mindset was, and watch me actually progress as I finish up the edits, record the audiobook, and prepare for publishing that book, then I want you to go to writingwithdeniserenee.com/book pre-launch and put your name and email and address in the form. I've started to record content around this that explains the story behind the book, what the holdup has been, and what I'm doing to get ready to release it. And Everyone on this list will be notified when the book is available for pre-order. So if you want to be in the know, you just want to be a little bit more nosy, that's fine, child. Go ahead on and sign up. All right. I'll put the link down in the description as well. But honestly, what really got me going to pick the book back up and get in gear on it was, while I want to be in service to other people, good gosh, if I can't be in service to myself, what good is my service to others? If I don't take care of myself first, put on my own oxygen mask first, how am I helping other people put their mask on? So that thought process really got me in gear to be like, girl, no, you are falling down on the job on yourself. And the only one who can pick you up is you, with the help of the Lord. So let's go and let's get it done. So after you have done the deep work, the deeply spiritual work of sitting with yourself and figuring out and reconnecting to your why, I need you to really self-analyze where and why you got stuck. You probably got stuck in one of three places: the idea phase, the first draft phase, or in the rewriting phase. So if you got stuck in the idea phase, what got you stuck? And what do you need to get unstuck? Do you need more clarity on your topic? Do you need a more clearly defined audience so that you can pick the right topic that you think that audience will respond to? Are you stuck on not being clear about what your big idea is or what your cohesive thesis for your book is? Do you need structure? Do you not know how to outline that book, what order to put things in? You got to know where you got stuck and what you got stuck on so that you can address the problem, because everything is figure outable. I don't know if that's a Webster dictionary word, but it sure enough is a Denise Renee word. Okay. Did you get stuck in the first draft phase? Does what you wrote communicate what you think your book should be about? Because a lot of times for me as a book writing coach and as an editor, people will, in our consultation, they'll tell me, well, this book is about this, that, the third, fourth. And then I read the manuscript, I read the words on their page, and there is a wide chasm between what they intend, what they told me the book is about, and what is actually showing up on the page. Is that the problem? Is that where you got stuck? Where you are reading it back and you're like, something seems off, but I'm not quite sure. That could be it. Maybe you don't like the tone or the voice that the book is written in so far. Maybe you feel like it's falling flat or it's not really showing your sparkling personality, darling. It's sounding too businessy and boring. And business books don't have to be boring. But maybe you're feeling like it's missing some zhuzh and you just don't know how to get that zhuzh going. Maybe you're stuck in the rewrite phase and you're experiencing some of those previous issues that I mentioned, as well as maybe you feel like there's more substance that needs to come into the book. Maybe you need to do some more research on the topic, even though you might be a subject matter expert. Maybe you need some more research and some other voices to pull in to round out your discussion on whatever it is that you're talking about. Maybe you need to conduct interviews with clients or vendors or other service providers or something. I don't know what your book is about, but maybe conducting interviews and bringing in other voices to help round out your arguments and what it is that you're trying to say and share. Maybe that's what it needs. Are you stuck in your head and you haven't really given your book the opportunity to be reviewed by colleagues in your industry or people who might make up that target reader? Or maybe you did, they gave you feedback and you don't know how to address it. All of those things have the power to halt you in your tracks, especially if you are not used to writing and if you're not used to getting feedback on your writing. Because let's be clear, even though writing a book to help your business, writing about your story or writing about your expertise, it's not a fiction novel, it's a nonfiction piece of work, but that doesn't mean it's less creative. It's coming from you. It's coming from your mind and your heart and your spirit. And your book is like your little idea baby. And you don't want nobody telling you nothing bad about your baby. You don't want nobody saying your baby ugly. You ready to fight. Baby, you are ready to fight. You ready to windmill. Windmill. If somebody says your book baby is an ugly baby, all right, or that your book baby needs changes, baby, that can send you to your bed, send you to your couch, armed with Ben and Jerry's. Okay, so I get it. I understand. Maybe none of those exactly are your challenges, but what is? Where did you get stuck? What got you stuck? What are the problems? And how are you going to fix it? You're probably not going to fix it on your own. You're very likely going to need help because you got stuck on your own. You're not getting unstuck without some help. So let me just pause real quick and ask, is this ringing some bells? Is this turning on some light bulbs for you? If so, I want you to drop the term light bulb, or better still, drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. So I know you're going ding, 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 oh. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe so that YouTube can recommend more of my insightful and ding, 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 ding videos for you to help you on your book writing journey. All right, and then tip number 3, you are going to make a plan so that you can re-engage in the writing process with a little hand holding. Okay? You can do this. You got this. All right? And like I always say, I got you. So the first thing you want to do is set a writing schedule, and you're going to set up some RTGs so that you can get some momentum going. If you've never heard me say the term RTG before, welcome. I'm about to initiate you. RTG stands for really tiny goals. So it's kind of like me always recommending that you start off creating a writing schedule and committing to writing at least 15 minutes a day. It's a small enough amount of time that's very doable for most people. You can make 15 minutes in your day. You don't have to get up early to make that 15 minutes. You probably just need to pause the scrolling. Just replace one of those times that you're always scrolling. Like, okay, I'm going to be, maybe it's a little bit TMI, but one of the places I like to scroll is when I am reigning on the throne. Right? That's an easy time to, like, you know what? Instead of using that time to scroll, why don't we take some notes? Let's use the notes app on our phone. Write down a few notes. Let's use the audio app on our phone. Take an audio note, note to self, right? Transcribe it later. Boom, it's part of your writing time. I told you I got you, and I meant it, okay? Just call me DJ Khaled because I just gave you, ding, another one. You're going to set that writing schedule and you're going to set those RTGs and you're going to start building momentum. Bet. All right, that's what we're doing. Next, go back to that second step and determine what type of help you need for the problem that you are facing. And third, you're going to want to pull together a community. All right, it literally takes a village to write and self-publish a book. So go get you your village. You're going to need people to be accountable to say, hey, listen, I'm really going to re-engage. I'm really going to get my book done. It could be a close friend, close colleague, someone who's going to come in and check in on you and say, hey, you said you were going to write for 15 minutes a day for the next 7 days. Did you do that writing? Okay. So they don't have to have any particular expertise, or they don't have to be a writer. They just have to be somebody who cares about you and cares about the fact that you want to keep a promise to yourself. And they are going to partner with you to hold you accountable. All right. You're also going to want to have some people on standby in your industry, trusted colleagues, trusted partners or collaborators, someone who is not going to read your manuscript and go run and do something else with it. Someone you can trust to read and give you honest feedback. You are going to need people in a community. You don't have to make it thousands of people, just like 3 or 4 people who you can trust their opinion, that they know your subject matter, they know your industry, and they can tell you, hey, maybe these are things that you should think about. And also, you're going to need lay people to read it. So maybe if you already have a business or if you work with customers in your job, and these people can just read. Well, I don't know if it's your you want to use the customers from your job, child, because you don't want nobody to run back. Yeah, I was reading so and so's book, and they be like, come into the HR office, please. We have a pink paper that we want to sign for you. So, don't do that. But if you have your own customers, or if you are writing a book in conjunction with your job or on behalf of your job, baby, okay, if you can convince them, and this actually should not be a hard sell, that writing a book can help the business, especially if it's a smaller business, not maybe, a multinational conglomerate, but if it's a smaller local business or whatever, yes, absolutely. If you could tap into the customer base and talk to the customers and get a few trusted customers to read the book and see, because you're trying to reach this customer, you need somebody who is the target audience to read this book and give you feedback. And you cannot be so sensitive about the feedback. I know. It's your bambino. It's your reindeer, baby. But baby, that baby's gonna grow up, try to tell you something about yourself, and go on out and live their life. All right. So you're writing a book that's not for you, it's for them. And if they have something to say where it's like, this is not meeting my needs here, or this could be improved, listen, because you want them to benefit from the book, and you want them to tell other people like themselves to buy the book. All right. All right. And then also, you need to have a professional editor, or if you want to engage a book writing coach to help you through the writing process and give you feedback, objective feedback along the way as well. While having that community of what I like to call beta readers, those colleagues, those customers, what have you, they are important for feedback, but an editor is going to give you a different type of feedback. And honestly, you need both. Okay. So if you don't have an editor, or if you don't have a writing coach, I, I don't even know how that thought could even come into your mind, because it's me. Hi, I'm your coach or editor, me. Okay. So call me. All right. Call me. What we doing? Let's go. Let's get it done. All right. So I'm happy to be in your corner and give you that honest, objective feedback on what you've already written. Is called an editorial assessment. Or if you're still back in that idea phase and trying to get the outline going and things like that, then I have several options for coaching sessions. So just head on over to writingwithdeniserenee.com, explore services, and let's see what we can do to help you out. Now, I know I be cutting up, all right? But I truly, truly want to see you win in 2025, okay? I'm getting on my big girl stuff, and I'm getting my book done. And I want to help you do the same. Like I said, writing is not my issue. It's all the other mental stuff, child. But guess what? Even the mental stuff, I'm getting over. And guess what? I'm here to help you get over the writing stuff, all right? So if you found this video helpful, you found anything in it insightful, go ahead and drop me some light bulbs in the comments. If you have further questions, drop them in the comments. Sometimes if it's a really good question, I'm going to make an entire video to answer your question. All right. And make sure that you like, subscribe, and then check out one of these videos next, because they are bound to give you even more light bulb moments. All right. So go ahead and click on one of them videos. I'm waiting. All right. I'm gonna see you on the other side in a second as soon as you click. Go ahead, click.